Hello everyone, this is Sophie from Bright Opal Tarot. How are you doing today? It's me again. I got a special request from Colleen Douglas. Apparently, I'm going to read it to you, so you might need to see my nose a little too much. But um, apparently, there are states who are pushing the wackadoodle conspiracy theorists to run for secretaries of state in their respective states in order to keep the Republicans in power, even if their win was not legit. Just another underhanded way to keep this fraudulent election lie to continue. Will they be successful in getting these Republican secretaries of state to win their state elections? This is the second time doing this video because I'm getting a little tired. I have quite a few questions about the election process in the United States. In Canada, 99.9% of the time, the popular vote wins. We have a specific date for elections, but they don't, and it's supposed to be every 5 years, but it doesn't always happen that way because sometimes they dissolve the government because the majority in the House is in they disagree with the leading party and the government governing the leading party governing the country. And when that happens, they dissolve the government. We have 8 weeks to a new election where we elect the government of our choice. Sometimes the same government is put back in place. Sometimes it's a brand new government. When we go vote, we do have to have picture IDs. But here's the thing. Our driver's license have pictures. Our healthcare cards have pictures. So even the kids have government issued cards with their pictures on it, I think. Yeah. And that would be their healthcare card. You need either one of those or your passport or that proves that you are a Canadian and that proves that you are who you are. When you do your income tax return once a year, there's a little checkbox there that says, do you want to be added to the election register so that your name is already on the election list. And that's how we know, and that's how we control who gets to vote and who doesn't get to vote, like dead people or children, because they're not going to be on the list. If you're not on the list, there is a specific period of time where you can go to a government office and be added to the list, and then you can vote then and there. If you've moved between the time you were put on the list and the time voting comes, all you have to do is bring a letter that was sent to you at your address that proves that you are living where you are living. So it's there are a few more things, but it's so easy to vote. But in the United States, everything is controlled by the state government. All the laws are different from one state to another. In Canada, the federal government runs the federal elections. The provincial government runs the provincial elections, and the city council run the city elections. And we vote on different days for different governments. So, you're not going to vote on the same day for a provincial election and a federal election. That's just not done. Yeah, it might be more costly, but it's easier, and I don't understand why more Canadians don't vote because it's the easiest thing in the world. Early voting. Early voting. You have at least 2 weeks. So many different places where you can vote, so many different offices. The longest I've ever had to wait to vote was 25 minutes once. That's the longest I've ever had to vote. I don't, I don't live in New York. I live in Quebec City. We're like an area of close to a million, not even a million. So, okay, I'll give you that. But we have so many different offices that, it's very difficult they make it really, really easy to vote. So, and in the US, it seems to be so complex, and you vote for all level of government at the same time, and each state has its own process, and each state has its own laws, and the SOP, which was formerly known as the GOP, um, are doing everything in their power to keep people of color from voting. See, we're going back to race. So I'm not saying Canada is better. We're not. We're not. But it's so much easier. So, okay. The first question we have for yes or no is the GOP going to be successful in having their um, um, easily influenceable people run for Secretary of State so that they can win elections that they would normally not win, so that they can win elections that were legit that would have been won by the Democrats, but because they're Republican Secretaries of States, they get to decide, type of thing. That's basically how I see this question. So, conspiracy theorist, Secretary of State, what a nightmare. Are they going to be successful doing that? I can't believe we're still talking about elections when we should be talking about bills being passed and um, laws being written, um, help being given to people. Are conspiracy theorists, Republican conspiracy theorists, going to be successful in being voted in Secretaries of State so that the Republican can run the elections and get their people in, maintain control? Eight of, they're working hard at it. Eight of Pentacles. But you know what I saw first? I saw this woman throwing plates at a wall. Yes, damn it. Let's do this. Here is a success card. So at first it might be successful. When you don't get it at first try again. The Ace of Pentacles. Well, it's their new. Shit. It's their new deal. There are a lot of secrets. So yes, the Wheel of Fortune is right here, and she's saying, yeah, they will be. Okay, I'm gonna go upside down then. They will be successful in doing that, but this transition is not gonna go smoothly. Even though you have the Sun here, first it's gonna be like, all right, yeah, we're going, this is we're getting the hang of this. But the transition is not going to be a good one. You know, when I see the death card, I like the death card because it's a transition to something new, to something better, because you always see the rising sun at the back of the card. But in this case, I see the salmonella here. It's mayonnaise with salmonella. And I don't think the transition is going to be that smoothly. So their new idea, their new piece of work that they're trying to do here, and they're sitting there pretty, I don't know if that's going to work all that well. But yeah, they're going to be successful in doing that, damn it. So they're doing gerrymandering very well. They're putting in laws preventing people from voting. Let's look at that. Is the Supreme Court going to be um, reversing those laws, calling them unconstitutional? The laws about keeping people of color, mostly, see, we're back to race, from voting. Is the Supreme Court going to be open to this? I hope not. For the sake of the country, I hope the Supreme Court is going to say it's not constitutional, but let's see. Is the Supreme Court going to uphold the new laws preventing people or making it more difficult for people of color to vote? It hasn't been decided yet. Okay, right now we have the Hermit. One state started this, and then the other said, "Oh, golly, it's a good idea. Let's do this." So they started doing it without thinking. It's breaking people's heart, but the SOP are still trying to eight are still trying to pass these laws in other states. I don't know how many states have been able to see this, be able to get those laws passed. But see here, it's the 9 of Wands. It's in French, but it's the 9 of Wands. But if you look here down there with the rags and stuff, I see the number 8. So 8 states are going to be brought, I think, 8 states are going to be brought to the Supreme Court and they're going to be contested. So they want to hang on to what they got, but it hasn't been decided yet. The reason why it hasn't been decided yet is because the Supreme Court is lopsided. And before they hear this, I think something is going to change in the Supreme Court, so it's too early to call. But I have a feeling when I look at these cards that I have a feeling that it's not going to be working all that well. Redistricting. So apparently there's some redistricting happening soon in the US. I think for the 2022 or 2024 elections. I'm not certain. Is the redistricting going to be fair, or is it going to be advantageous to one or the other party? Whether it's going to be more advantageous to one or another party, I think it's unfair. They should be square. Okay, this is a district. This is a district. Have you seen Adam Kinzinger is a congressman I follow because he's although he's a Republican and I'm not, he is um, he has a good head on his shoulder, and he's trying to be fair-minded and in the middle. He's also working with the Democrats on the gun laws. Although he's pro for Second Amendment, he wants to see some changes because of mass shootings and things like that. So he's trying. But I'll have you know that I know when he lies. His tongue goes in his cheek or his jaw goes like this. You see his jaw work. I know when he lies. I think we shouldn't. We could all know when he lies because he can't lie. So why am I saying that? Yeah, his district. Okay, he's in Illinois 16. Well, you have Chicago, which is blue, and then his district is going around Chicago down all the way down to, is it Indiana or Wisconsin? I don't know. Wisconsin is that way anyway. It's going like this. It's going around, just picking up all the Republicans. It doesn't make sense. So, is the redistricting going to be fair to both parties, or is it going to be lopsided to one party or the other? Oh yeah, and the other reason why I follow him is because he's so anti-Trump for a Republican, even though he's voted for him, and he's taking great risks for his career and his personal safety when he's doing that. So those are the reasons why I look at him more than any other Republicans. But I'm a liberal, just so you know. Good old days. People looking at the good old days when politics was actually debating issues and coming to solutions. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's the next redistricting is going to be crazy, but eventually we are going to get to a point where it's going to be fair to everybody, and you'll see on the map you're not going to see uh, districts that are going like that around other favoring a party over another, but it's not going to be for the next elections. Maybe 2030s, just not yet. So, guys, I am burned out. So this is going to be it for today. And hopefully I'll get to see you tomorrow. And please don't hesitate to send me suggestions for readings. And don't hesitate to contact me if you want to have a personal readings. I do them Monday to Friday in the morning or in the evening, never in the afternoon. And it's in Eastern time. And you need to give me a 36 hours notice so that we are both ready for the readings. Okay, so have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.